Hi there. We are here with Akshat from BlogVault at WordCamp US in Nashville. And apart from BlogVault, Akshat is also founder of Migrate Guru and Malcare. So successful WordPress plugins and services that takes care of your security and backups. So we have met Akshat before, also on WordCamp Paris a few years ago. But yeah, for those of you who don't know Akshat, maybe you can tell a few words about yourself.
Uh, uh, Hi, Radis. Thanks for having me here. I'm glad to see you again. And it's been 2 years, and we've kept meeting each other at different events. And I'm glad that we get this opportunity. I'm the founder of BlogVault, Malcare, Migrate Guru. So we are focused on backups, security, and migrations for WordPress. We have been doing this for many years, and yeah, I would love to be a part of this great community.
Awesome. So I remember the first time we met, you were already running BlogVault apparently, and you are not doing just management work. So you are doing support as well. Am I right? Can you tell a bit more about that?
So I am actually an engineer, and I spend more than the time I should really be spending. In spite of being like the CEO of the company, I still spend it doing product work and engineering work. And also being a small team, we end up like everyone has to spend a lot of time with support. Earlier it was a necessity because we didn't have many people, so you have to do everything yourself. But also, I think being so close to support means that you are able to understand the real problems your customers face. So every time I tend to go, every day I tend to at least answer a couple of support queries and solve some. Sometimes I'll even solve some of the more difficult support queries, simply to understand what are the problems which our customers typically face.
So you have like regular support shifts that you take during the day, or it's just randomly?
It's randomly. And mostly it's yes. I get assigned tickets, and I need to look at those tickets whenever they get assigned to me. So yeah, I think my team does a great job of managing support, but I think I like to be involved, and I tend to get them keep me involved. Otherwise, it's very easy to get lost and not really understand what the customers need. It has, because we do it, because the entire team is involved in support. We are able to build features and build products which our customers, I think, end up using, and we end up solving their problems for them.
And when you are on support, do your customers know that they are talking to founder? Maybe how does it work? Maybe they know, oh, okay, it's Akshat. Maybe we can ask for some new feature request.
Oh yeah, this is a really tricky part because I did support and I was maniacal about support. So all times of the day I would end up doing support. So customers would know me personally, and I started getting associated with the company and few others, whoever. And that's the nature of small companies. But yeah, people do ask us for support, and sometimes customers will just mail me directly because they know that the buck stops at me.
Okay.
So they're like, okay, Akshat, this problem is. We're like, no, it's we can't. We don't have this feature yet, and mailing me is not going to make us deliver it tomorrow.
But at least it gets your attention.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. What about other team members? As I understood that all team members of BlogVault, Migrate Guru, Malcare works on support. Everyone is involved there. It's
almost, I would say, yeah, almost everyone. Some people manage it. So someone from the marketing team would not answer technical questions, but then you see them jumping into Facebook groups on Twitter and helping customers out. Whoever needs help with with WordPress or with BlogVault. So you see, even our marketing team gets involved with support, and every single developer has to do support.
So it's some sort of a company culture to be involved in support.
Absolutely, and I actually am a big fan of it because suppose you're in engineering, and if you just build product and just put it out, you don't really support does two things to you. First, when you make something, you want to really feel that you get a special joy when customers use it, and when they talk to you about how they use it. So that's what makes product and engineering fun. So whatever you make, having end customers use it, and when you're involved in support, you get that first level feedback, and that makes you tremendously happy. Sometimes it's negative, sometimes it's positive, but overall, it makes you happy that someone is using your product. So the second one is obviously you are close to the problems which customers face. You have ownership. So as an engineer, you build the product, and then you are responsible for supporting it. So you have ownership, and that makes you more involved in the product and in the way the products get built.
Okay. I know that many companies would love every one of their team members to participate in support for those reasons that you stated. How do you manage that? How do you get people to start doing support within your company? Basically, how a new WordPress plugin can get their team on support and get involved, like passionate about it. Any documentation or like learning curves?
This is actually a great question, and you need to set up great processes. We have not done a great job yet, but occasionally you come across these great resources like GiveWP. You know GiveWP, the plugin. Matt, their founder, he has made this really great documentation around guide to support, and it's just one of the things which can really help you set up processes. So even if you are not thoughtful yourself about how you do support, some of these great resources exist in the ecosystem which you should definitely look into and learn from. So, for example, how do you, as an engineer, you're so focused on the product, and sometimes you take things for granted, and your communication with the customer might not be as polished as it should be. And a guide like this one helps you understand how to communicate with the customer. Because you can be very impatient. You can be like, okay, I know that it's supposed to work in this way, and something, even if while we don't have great processes ourselves, sometimes we just refer to these guides and this great documentation that exists in other places.
So guys, you heard, you need a guide on how to work with that, how to do support properly. And I can add from my side, recently we applied for support for Malcare, and it was 5-star support. It was everything was resolved really fast. So you should take Akshat and his team an example.
Thank you so much.
And last question, as you know, WP Crib is a duck logo behind it. Do you know how the duck sounds like? Can you try to make it?
You didn't tell me you're going to put me in this situation. I think people will drive away from this video if they. I'm just trying to think about it. We used to have 4 ducks in our building as pets. I'm just trying to think what they were most adorable. They used to litter quite a bit, but quite adorable creatures. I'm just wondering. No, I cannot think of it.
Just try randomly. What is that?
Blah blah blah. No, that's a terrible one, I'm sure.
You heard that? This is how the small duck sounds like.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Akshat, again for the interview. It was awesome, inspiring, and
Thank you for having me.
Thanks.